wenzetu wachache sana ambao tumeandamana nao, kwa sababu Wiper tuko wengi, na kwa hivyo hatungefika zote kwa sababu ya social distancing. Katibu wetu dada huyu Senator Jubilee aseme jambo, alafu atakayemfuata ni ndugu mwenyekiti kijana Mutula Junior ambaye leo alikuwa kama Attorney General wa Wiper. Vile vile atamfuata ndugu mwenyekiti Balozi Ali Makwere, Chirao Makwere, ambaye atazungumza, alafu mimi nitaongeza mawili.
Greetings to all of you Kenyans. Indeed, it's a wonderful day that we have all gathered here to do something very important, especially for Wanjiko. As you had heard from Honorable Murathe, this is a process which has taken so long. As for Wiper, it started from the Konza 1, Konza 2, is it Koma? Yeah. And we have reached here now, and the main aim is to bring everybody together, look at all that we can do for Kenyans, especially after this COVID-19 pandemic. We know the women have suffered most. Many women are not even giving birth in hospitals now. They are dying, and their children. So this is the time we must put all our heads together and resources together to help the president build the country and leave a solid legacy. We want to see a country that will shoot up so much in progress that everybody will live to remember that this is something that should be done every now and then. Thank you.
Asanteni, wacha nizungumze na Kiswahili. Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, Mheshimiwa Rais Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta waliunda kamati ambayo mimi ni mwanachama, na mumeona nimekuja nimebeba briefcase, na kuna wengine upande wa Jubilee, kuna wanachama 4, sisi tuko 5 kwa wakati huu, na mimi ni mmoja wao, na Bwana Murathe ni pia mmoja wetu. Tumekubali wito wa Mheshimiwa Rais wa kufanya kazi pamoja. Cha muhimu ni kwamba Mheshimiwa Kalonzo na Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta walikubaliana mapema kufanya kazi pamoja. Saa hii tumeandika makubaliano hayo ambayo tuliifanya mwaka uliopita, ili kusiwe na utata ama kusikue na mambo ya kutofautanisha kuhusu ni nini ambacho wanafanya pamoja. Kwa sababu Mheshimiwa Kalonzo na Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta wamekubali kufanya kazi pamoja na team ya Mheshimiwa Raila on the Building Bridges Initiative. Ndio tumeweka mambo hayo yote katika documents ambazo zimesainiwa leo, na tunafurahi kwamba tumekaribishwa huku vizuri. Baada ya siasa zile tulifanya, tumefurahi kwamba tulipata chai na tumekaribishwa huku Jubilee. Asante sana, na ni vizuri pia tuseme tunashukuru kumuona Bwana Tuju. Ako wapi? Huyu mwenzetu alikuwa na ajali mbaya na bado ana maumivu, lakini kwa sababu jambo hili ni la muhimu, na kwa niaba ya rais, Bwana Tuju akiwa na maumivu ambayo yako nayo amekuja leo. Kwa hivyo mimi nawauliza muendelee kumuombea huyu ndugu yetu ili apate nafuu. Asante.
Ndugu mwenyekiti wa chama cha Wiper, Mheshimiwa Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, ndugu mwenyekiti wa chama cha Jubilee Wanazuya, pamoja na katibu mkuu wa Jubilee Mheshimiwa Rafael Tuju. Nimeanza hivyo kwa sababu ulikuwa nataka kumalizia na ndugu mwenye kiongozi wa chama cha mashinani ambayo tulifanya kazi pamoja sana. Tutaeleza baadaye. Mheshimiwa Isaac Rutto pamoja na wanakamati wako. Kwetu sisi watu wa Wiper, leo ni siku muhimu sana. Ni siku muhimu kwa sababu maendeleo ya nchi huwa yawagusa watu wote. Mtu ambaye anapinga maendeleo ya nchi kama ilivyopangwa ni rais wa nchi, basi huyo huwa anawadhuru watu wote, anahujumu maendeleo yote. Sisi kama wana Wiper tukiongozwa na Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, na namshukuru sana kwa uongozi wake, tulikaa akatuambia, jamani, hii Kenya ni yetu sisi sote, na msimamo ulio na Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta kama rais wetu wa nchi ni msimamo ambao wastahili kuungwa mkono na sisi sote. Tumekuja kama Wiper kuhakikisha kuwa msimamo uliochukuliwa ni chama cha Jubilee kama inavyoongozwa na Mheshimiwa Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta wa kutufanya sisi tuwe kitu kimoja kama nchi. Hilo ni jambo la maana sana. Tumekuja hapa kumuunga mkono na msimamo huo. Tumalize miradi ile yote ambayo alikuwa asema ifanyike. Tusipoteze wakati kupiga siasa kama ambao tunapigania uchaguzi wa 2022. Tuwe tunajenga nchi yetu pamoja. Isifike wakati tu wa kulaumu ili hali wengine waliojika kando. Tumekuja si kwa siasa ya kupiga domo hivi kwa kufikiria 2022. Tumekuja hapa kwa kama sisi kama Wiper tukiongozwa na Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, tunashikana sawa na Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta na chama cha Jubilee pamoja na vyama vingine mashinani na wengineo, ili Kenya yetu tuijenge. Hakuna mwingine atakayejenga Kenya ila Wakenya wenyewe, na Wakenya wenyewe lazima waungane. Huu muungano tuukubali, tuko sawa na tutahakikisha kuwa yale ambayo yamepangwa na Mheshimiwa Rais yatafanyika hata kabla 2022. Asanteni sana.
Thank you. Asante sana ndugu mwenyekiti. Yangu ni mafupi zaidi. Kwanza, poleni Wakenya wenzetu kwa janga hili kubwa la COVID. Lakini tumeonelea pia, mbali na kuwa na changamoto hiyo, kuna umuhimu wa kuendeleza umoja wa nchi, umoja wa taifa. Kwa hivyo basi sisi tukubaliana na wenzetu hawa kufanya ushirikiano. I want to say in English that this is cooperation between Jubilee Party, which is led by their party leader, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Na kwa upande wetu, as a party leader, I want to tell you Kenyans that we had full consultation, which was crowned by a very important resolution of our National Executive Council of Wiper, which gave authority to two members, our chairman, Ambassador Makwere, and our Secretary General, Senator Judy Sijeni, to do what they have done today, to sign on behalf of Wiper Democratic Movement the cooperation agreement between ourselves and the Jubilee Coalition. I'm sure that the next thing you want to ask is, where do we go from here? We shall cooperate in terms of this agreement, cooperate fully in terms of enhancing Jubilee's programs in Parliament, in both houses of Parliament, the National Assembly, as well as the Senate. And I also know that some of you may want to ask, what about NASA? At this particular point, Wiper continues as a member party of NASA coalition, because you can't belong to two coalitions at the same time. But I can tell Kenyans that we have absolutely no doubt in our mind as Wiper the direction we have taken. And therefore, if it was not for these COVID challenges And as soon as there's a ability to move around, we are still consulting with our membership, and our intention is to conclude a coalition agreement with Jubilee. We're also consulting our friends in NASA Coalition, Chama cha Mashinani, and our other friends. And I'm quite sure we'll be able to move this country in the direction that is necessary. Our intention is to support President Uhuru Kenyatta fully in his declared intention to rid this country of corruption, his intention to unite this country, and therefore our unequivocal support, as we were able to enunciate on the 27th of November last year, when we met at the Bomas of Kenya, and Wiper said we are fully in support of the BBI initiative, because it will unite the country. And a constitution, as a constitutional lawyer, I can tell you, a constitution is not a static document. It is a document that can breathe life even as it moves forward and achieves its objectives and the mandate elaborated thereunder. So today, we are very happy. I spoke to my brother, President Uhuru Kenyatta, this morning. I encouraged him to continue the lockdown, because he also what happened, reporting State House iko na corona ni jambo la kushtua Kenya nzima. Kwa hivyo hatutaki atoke kule awe locked down, aji-lock down mpaka mambo haya apatiwe certificate kusema yeye sasa ako sawa, na tunamwombea pamoja na familia, the first family, kwamba wasije wakapatikana na janga hili. Now we also know what has happened because he told me that he has sent cabinet, his cabinet assistant secretary, what is that for? CAS, Ababu na Mwamba, to represent Kenya kwa mazishi ya ndugu yetu President wa Burundi, ndugu Nkurunziza, ambaye tunajua kwamba alipatikana na mambo haya because Burundi was having elections. And this was a president who was very strong. I know President Nkurunziza plays football, playing volleyball, and if a president can go, and mnakumbuka Uingereza prime minister mwenyewe alikuwa ameambukizwa. So we have told President Uhuru Kenyatta asichezee jambo hili. Wacha mimi nije hapa leo, Mungu akitujalia tutaonana baadaye. So that is what we have actually done, and we are in agreement that we need to unite this country. I congratulated him for the manner in which he has led all of us in this fight against coronavirus. If it was not for the lockdown ya Nairobi, na lockdown ya Mombasa, hata akaendelea na lockdown Isili, now he has locked down State House. Now you can see this is what has saved us as a country. So tusichezee jambo hili kabisa. Let us observe social distancing. Let us wear these masks. Jameni, hata hapa mimi naona pale you are not observing. Nyinyi munaingiliana sana. Keep that social distance. Wear this mask. If I wear it, I protect you, my little sister. If you wear yours, you are protecting me. This is very important. You might think it's a simple matter, but me, I suspect these things sometimes are airborne. Kwa hivyo nani anajua? Kwa hivyo tufanye hivi. Even as we celebrate the fact that a steroid has been discovered by Oxford University professors as able to actually reduce by 1/3 chances of wale ambao kwa katika ICU kwa kutoangamia kwa sababu ya ugonjwa, ambao wale mahututi, they actually have a survival rate of 1/3. So the world is working very hard. But as far as we are concerned as a country, I want to urge that we continue to really take this as the biggest challenge this country has ever known since independence. It is actually another world war undeclared, kwa sababu haionekani, inapitia tu kwa hewa. Ndugu Isaac Rutto, na kuheshimu sana. Mashinani is one of us. Mashinani is part of our other coalition. But as far as Wiper is concerned, we want to move forward and do a coalition as soon as conditions permit, because we call our delegates all over the country and they will tell us the direction. And so, if there's anybody with any question, you are free to ask. Huyu ni kijana, ni mtoto yangu huyu.
Huyu ni mkora.
Hapana. Murada utaingia kwa shida. Huyu ni mtoto yangu bana. Ken.
You've insisted on this bit that you want to go into a coalition.
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
Wait.
Yeah.
We have to exchange documents first.
Okay.
Sawa.
Sawa.
We'll actually answer the question.
Actually, let me just finish with them and then we can exchange. Wacha man.
Who is a thug?
He's your friend. He's your friend. Ken, don't take the hard. The chairman and SEs.
Chairman. Okay. No. There's a wire behind her.
Memusi.
Supporter,
Patia zile zingine.
Zile zingine pia.
Patia wazee hizo zingine.
there is a wire behind madam. Chairman, you are part of the
Thank you. Well done.
That is good. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Ken. Okay, Ken. So.
You've been insistent on the fact that you really want to get into a coalition agreement with Jubilee. What now, does that mean that you want to start the process of divorcing from NASA and just completely go it your own and have a new agreement with the Jubilee Party towards 2022?
You use very strong language, like divorce. You have been very insistent on coalition. All these are matters that are going to be discussed in a very friendly, brotherly manner. We are not an adversarial political movement, but we are determined to move in the direction that we have decided to take.
Basically meaning that all of you will sit down and say NASA is no longer working. let us
Most
all
likely,
go.
of course, because I think what has been happening in Parliament, for instance, you had our members of Parliament come in as NASA, and they did certain changes. The next thing they're saying, this thing exists only on paper. Some of them are speaking without the authority of the summit. I can tell you for a fact that NASA summit has never sat since elections. That tells you that we also need to be realistic in our assessment. If the summit cannot meet, then how shall we continue? And below that is the national management team, which has also similarly not been able to meet. So we cannot hold our members to ransom. And we must be realistic. We are all political leaders, and we know where we want to go.
Oh, just a small one, eh? Tutaki mlete vita. Cooperation is defined in the agreement. We shall be cooperating inside and outside
Parliament.
Parliament.
Yeah, yeah.
As we are not home breakers.
Jubilee hawakuja kuvunja.
Kuvunja. I think you can elaborate on
Yeah,
that one.
Jubilee Avunji. I think you are not listening, because I made it very clear that this cooperation, but as I move as Wiper Democratic Movement, we will be moving in a certain direction. And our colleagues we'll be consulting Mashinani, and we'll be consulting our other leaders as well. Any next question, sir? There will be an absolute majority. Yeah. Well, I think our friends in ODM have declared that they're going to continue in opposition. Well, that's okay. That's fine. Yes, sir.
No, you have to say your name and your media house.
Yeah. Abdikadir. Yes. I think Abdikadir, you're actually making a speech, so go ahead. I told you made a speech, and let me try to respond to that very eloquent presentation by Abdikadir. First of all, we cannot act in derogation of what you are calling a parliamentary democracy, because that's what it is, bicameral nature of our legislature. And even when I want you to know, the bicameral nature is subject to what is ongoing from the BBI point of view. I can tell you that we are very serious national leaders and would want to have the integrity and the respect that is accorded to our national institutions, including National Assembly as well as the Senate. So what happens therein, surely, is a matter for interrogation, like you have just said. And I congratulate you for your speech.
Thank you. Is it true you're joining cabinet? There are talks for you to join cabinet.
Let me just add
Let my brother help me.
something for Abdikadir. You've made a very good presentation about parliamentary democracy. And I want to bring your attention to the fact that whipping is an integral part of party politics.
Yes.
It is proper in order for Wiper to whip their members to follow the party line. And that is protected by the constitution. It says Kenya shall be a multi-party democracy. And what does that
Even
mean?
multicultural,
Yes.
multi-religious.
Yes. Yes. And within political parties, they must be whipped within a clear policy party line. That is the way it is.
I had Kennedy's question.
Yes.
Let me answer it.
Yes.
I'll answer that question. We are in about a month from now, which will be August the 4th. And under our constitution, and I've not had any representations to the contrary, therefore clearly the next general election will be on the second Tuesday of August 2022. That is written. I've not had even a BBI anybody arguing about that position. Therefore, we have just under 1 month, just slightly more than 1 month to that date. Therefore, it will be exactly 2 years to 2022. If I was to join cabinet, and I like Abdikadir's approach, because I'm now reasoning with you. Yeah? Let me reason with you, my son. Listen, would you expect that I would relinquish my position as a party leader to go into cabinet, where that means I resign, you know, really relinquishing my position as a party leader 2 years to a general election? I leave that with you.
Thank you. Question from here.
Yes, sir.
My question is, parties across, like when you quote the Western African, it's online news. Parties across the world and politicians across the world have been known to highlight areas of differences and downplay areas of cooperation. Going forward, and my brother and honorable Isaac Rutto, you have been perhaps a victim of this vulgarity. So perhaps going forward, are you likely to see gentleman politics going forward from you?
Gentleman politics.
Yeah.
What politics is that?
the politics
That
of
we avoid
cooperation,
confrontation.
not shouting down someone.
Yeah?
And perhaps question number 2.
Yeah, there will be civility, I can tell you, on the part of we already have conducted ourselves in a manner that I think befits what you are calling gentleman kind of politics. But you know, we realize if you're too much of a gentleman, people underestimate you, they even call you names, they brand you. That's why some of us then come out fighting very hard. So, yes, sir.
I'm still in your namesake, citizen.
Yes, my namesake.
Yes. My question is the cooperation between the two parties and the Jubilee Party. What does that cooperation mean, especially in Parliament and outside Parliament, in terms of does it entail sharing of cabinets, not sitting? Should there be reorganization of government or even sharing of parliamentary committees for that matter?
Certainly, I think in the area of parliamentary committees, that I think was covered by the negotiators. Yeah. So we should expect that. So these are the things, leave them on a time will tell. Kesho, my friend, first of all, let us pray we'll be alive tomorrow. Tuanze hapo. Thank you.